after the war between the 4 kings and the 5 kings, so Avram Avinu got a prophecy from HaKadosh Baruch Hu. He said, "Don't worry, I'll take care of you." Avram said, "What do you mean you'll take care of me? I have nothing. I'm going to leave this world without leaving over any children. The only thing I have is my servant Eliezer." And Hashem said, "Don't worry. There's going to be another child. There's going to be a child, and he's going to be the one that's going to inherit you." And then the famous pasuk Vayoytze Oiseh Achutza pasuk in the 15th parak, and Hashem took him out, and he said, "Look at the sky and count the stars. Can you count the stars? That's how your children will be. That's how your descendants will be." Interesting in this exchange that Hashem has to take him outside and say, "Look at the sky." Why didn't Hashem just say, "You know how many stars there are? There's infinite number of stars. That's how many children you're going to have." But Hashem doesn't say that. Also, earlier in the parasha, Hashem promised that the children of Avram, the descendants, will be ka'afar ha'aretz, will be like the dust of the earth. And it doesn't say over there that Hashem said, "Look at the dust of the earth. Can you count the dust of the earth?" Here, when he tells him to look at the stars, there's a whole process of him of processing this information of how many stars there are. Finally, the word koyezaracha seemingly doesn't translate only that's how many children you'll have, just like the number of stars there are. Koyezaracha denotes some sort of comparison that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is saying your children will be like the stars, not only in quantity, but also some sort of quality that the Jews will have, that the Klal Yisrael will have, the descendants of Avram, that they'll be like the stars. What's the message over here? We all know Rashi famously brings from the Chazal. Tzei, what does it mean? Vayoytze, leave. Vayoytze, sachutza, what does it mean? He took him outside. Amar leitzei man stigen shulcha. The Gemara says in Shabbos, Hashem told Avram Avinu, go out from your astrological conclusion that you made, that you cannot have any children. Naturally, Avram Avinu was already quite older than he was 70 years old, and he had lost hope of ever having a natural child. And Hashem said, don't look at the world in a natural way. Look at the world, realize that I can do anything, go outside, and I'll show you that you can have your children. Rav Hirsch explains as follows. Rav Hirsch says that when a person lives in this world and he looks around him and he sees the world works, the world produces, the world changes, but all the changes and all the advancements, technological advances, scientific advances, medicine advances, they're all utilizing the energy and whatever the existing powers that are in this world. Even electricity and radio, everything uses existing powers that maybe we didn't know about beforehand. But now that we know about it and we research, even nuclear energy, it's only harnessing the energy, harnessing the powers that are already contained within this earth. There's nothing new. There's nothing new. Like Shlomo Melech says, HaKadosh Baruch Hu doesn't create anything new under the Shemesh. Everything is existing. And Avraham Avinu lives in this reality of looking around him and seeing in this, yes, I realize that HaKadosh Baruch Hu created the world, there's a boss to the world, and I believe in Hashem, but nothing is going to happen so supernaturally that I can have a child that's 70 years old, and Hashem says, go out of this worldview and look at the sky. Do you see the stars? The stars they look now the same way they looked when I created them. Don't you realize that the star before I created it did not exist at all? And I created it from nothing. That's how I created the entire Bria. The entire creation was created from nothing. There was nothing here and I created it. You don't see it because you're in the earth. Perhaps prophetically, Rav Hirsch adds that if we would be able to see the earth, the globe, from outside, from space, then maybe we would have the same inspiration, and we would say that the earth looks like Hashem created it from the 6 days of creation, but we don't see that. We're in the earth, we're in the world, and what we see around us is only the changes and the advances that we see is only using and harnessing the existing powers, the existing energy which is in the earth. We don't see what's outside of it. Hashem said, look at the sky, don't look at the earth. Look at what's in the skies, look at the stars. That's how I created the stars. That's how I'm going to create your descendants. First of all, it's not even going to happen today. In 30 years, you think now it's impossible to have a child. In 30 years, you'll have a child. Even when you lose all natural hope of ever having a naturally born child, you'll have a child. And not only that, but your descendants will always play by different rules. than the existing natural world. Your children will always be supernatural. They will be like new creations. Each Jew and each Yid and each interaction with HaKadosh Baruch Hu is not just utilizing the earth to grow and to flourish. It's something completely new. It's a new type of creation each time, each and every Jew and each and every time. The existence of the Jewish nation is miraculous. The survival of the Jewish nation in Golus, in Eretz Yisrael, and in Golus for 2,000 years is definitely miraculous. It's all because HaKadosh Baruch Hu doesn't play with Klal Yisrael, with the regular rules. He plays with them like the stars. We are like the stars. We are descendants of Avram. From this bracha, back in Parshas Lech Lecha, we continue to survive, we continue to live, we continue to flourish, not because we're harnessing existing energies and we're just adding. We're like the stars, we're completely new and direct hashpa under HaKadosh Baruch Hu with His hashgacha pratis. That's what gives us our power, and that's what gives us our strength to be able to continue to grow and to continue to survive as a nation. Good Shabbos. Please don't forget to subscribe. You'll get the video every week by subscribing. Put a like. Thank you very much. Good Shabbos.